Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is CryptoTakeOver coming back with another video for y'all again today. And on today's video, we recently had a nice little drop in Bitcoin. This weekend has given us really high volatility as expected. So we were ready on this channel for this drop. We kind of had to reevaluate the situation, and we started to get in our position right at about right above 9,000. So once we saw that, we went ahead and followed the trend down. And with that being said, is this going to last? Are we making a head and shoulders pattern that could send us down to 7K, or is this just a fake out to send us back up to 10K here in the next week or so? With that being said, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video that I make on this channel. And let's jump right into the charts, see what's going on. And so we're looking at our 15-minute time frame right now here. We can see that we're still trending. We just put in a big green dot down here. Those big green dots, they could mean something in a sense, but you can see that we've got our blood diamond here on our 15-minute as well. When our daily candle, when our new daily candle opened, it gave us a new chance for the bulls to take control, and it looks like the bears just wanted to go ahead and send this on down to the abyss. So we're retesting this VWAP a few times, just a tad bit, where we had some good indication that we were going to get rejected. And as of right now, it looks like we are just in a downtrend. The bears are wanting to take this home with them, and it looks like they're wanting to score the whole touchdown now. So we're going to actually move into our 30-minute time frame, see what's happening, so we can tell our VWAP here was still acting as resistance for us too as well, with our pivot low being 8,600 as of right now. Nice little wick down there, and our pivot high is at about 9K. So all those Vegeta memes, they're gonna have to work on them some more for that next little run up that we have. We had this ascending triangle that I didn't really notice that we were gonna break to the downside of. Everyone was talking about this ascending triangle here, but this wedge pattern, this ascending wedge, was our bearish indication for us. And so as soon as we broke that pattern, I was ready to hop in on the short, and we kind of flipped the switch in the Patreon group too as well. And one key indication, sorry about that, alarms are going off. One key indication that could tell me we are as a trader, you don't want to be right. You just want to be ready to make the next play. And that's really what it comes down to, is that, we thought we were going to continue up from here to maybe test the top of this trend line up here. But really, market was not giving us a good indication, a clear indication of whether or not it was going up or down. We knew to just follow the next move that it made, and that was what our indication was once we broke this trend line down here for our ascending wedge pattern, and we knew to go ahead and hop in on this. And as we go through the charts now, we'll start to see that the reason why I was not scared to take this short and just follow the trend down either. So we can see that we had our yellow X here on our 30-minute as well. And then as we go into our 1 hour, we can see that our money flow is still trending down to the bottom side. Our 1 hour is giving us a yellow X here too, with no sign of a green dot just yet. I would maybe expect a big green dot to be had down here. Our money flow is still kind of trending to the downside right now as well too. And actually, I'm going to turn off Cipher SR, and then I'll leave Cipher A on. I'll turn on my Aldo EMAs. You can see that all of our EMAs are now trending to the downside here. When we had this blood diamond, that was a good indication that we were going to break below this trend line here, and then be ready to enter that short to fulfill this pattern down here, which we haven't quite fulfilled yet. Our target price for that is at about 8,400 for this ascending wedge pattern that we had drawn out here. So we could end up trading sideways just for a tad bit. our CMEs did close on 9100. So our CMEs closed at 9100, 9165. That's going to leave a pretty big gap once they open back up. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that gap at 9165, which is at about right about here. So right when we had that blood diamond, that's when our CMEs decided to. Everyone thought we were, well, we kind of thought we were either going up, but obviously we readjusted. We knew that we were going down, so we took that short to the downside too. So let's just talk about how y'all can become members of my VIP signals group as well. You can join the you can join the monthly subscription if y'all want. So y'all can join the newsletter that I send out, which is also free to join. And then that is the first link in the description box below if y'all want to join the newsletter. This will just keep you up to date with things that I have going on CryptoTakeOver, as well as you might get some of my Patreon posts that I have too as well. I do giveaways, so make sure that you're signed up for the newsletter. The Patreon page is available. There are two different major tiers. The first tier, one of the tiers, you only get the Patreon posts that I post in here, which will give you trading strategies, how to set up certain key indicators in TradingView, such as the Aldo EMAs, the whales buy sell signals that I have. Those are all custom indicators that I use. And then also I have my two favorite altcoins that I am in heavy accumulation of, and it's one of them could actually flip the market cap of Bitcoin in the near-term future. So you can also get to see those posts as well. I'm actually going to be putting in some new videos in there about some trading strategies that y'all can use to scalp as well too. But then if you want to join the VIP signals group, that is another tier. So if you want to get my ins and outs of the market, along with joining my team TakeOver in the private Discord channel, y'all can sign up for that tier, and I will give y'all access to the private Discord channel as well. And right now we're crushing it. We are doing a great job. Like I said, it's not about being right and wrong. It's about going with what the market's telling you at the time. And as you start to study trading and market analysis a little bit better, you'll learn that you're not going to always catch the very top or the very bottom, but you can always just follow the trend and what the trend's telling you. And if you need to switch direction, you can switch direction pretty easily. But as of last night, we were ready to take on the next position. And right now we are currently in about 32% profit. So it's looking nice, y'all. I just want to say thanks to everyone for supporting and helping the channel grow. The Discord channel is free to join, so the link's in the description box. And then also the Telegram channel is free to join as well if y'all want to join that. Find the link in the description box below too. I use the TradingView Pro Plus plan. It allows me to have at least 5 indicators on the screen. So if y'all are using Market Cipher, y'all can go ahead and sign up for the Pro Plus plan. Use the link in the description box below to help support the channel. So we can see on our 1 hour here, we are getting that yellow X, keeping the movement to the downside happening as well. And then on our 2 hour, somewhat of a bullish, sorry, it's super early in the morning. I'm making this early. I just noticed that the markets were dumping, so I wanted to get out a quick video. We have a bullish divergence happening down here, but our money flow is still trending into the red. So we have to just consider that, but we can also say that, well, our money flow is still kind of trending into the red, so that's going to keep us sunk down just a little bit. This blood diamond here was a good indication to get ready for something major to happen pretty soon. And this was actually right after we were moving into that red money flow as well, so we knew it was going to be a big drop to the downside. And then our 4 hour money flow is also moving to the downside, not quite bottoming out just yet, but maybe looking for a little trigger wave or possibly an anchor wave here on our 4-hour as well. But we just need to be really careful. We had these huge wicks here, and I remember telling the group, I was like, go ahead and put your stop loss in profit. We were able to, if you were quick on it, we were able to at least make sure the stop loss was in profit. You should always adjust your stop loss to make sure that you are still in profit before any major swings happen. We had this huge swing to the upside as kind of a fake out, and then we had the dump started to happen. And I was like, hey guys, make sure you put your stop loss in profit and get ready, because I think we're moving to the downside. And then from there, that was when we decided, okay, hey, ready, let's flip the switch. We're not going to end up making that ascending triangle pattern breakout to the top side. It looks like we're using this ascending wedge to the downside. And so that was where our next target was. And I think everyone kind of caught that as well too. So that was a good indication of a flip to happen there. And then in our 6-hour, our money flow is kind of still turning to the downside. We're getting this little trigger wave that could appear down here, maybe a possible bigger anchor wave with a big green dot that could also appear as well. Then as we go into our 8-hour also looking kind of bearish right now. And so this is where I knew it was time to flip the switch, was because everything is still trending to the downside right now. Even when we go in our 12-hour, we haven't quite gotten into our red money flow yet, but it's getting there. And so I knew that it was okay to flip the switch, and we were fine to start moving to that downside, and our money, everything was kind of just lining up to that end. So it's going to be quite interesting to see what exactly happens here, how Bitcoin is going to want to play the, gosh darn it, all my alarms going off, jeez. Because it's early. I'm trying to make this Bitcoin video early right now, and now all my alarms are going off because I felt the dump happening, and I felt something coming along, and I was like, oh crap, okay, check the phone real quick. Oh, we're dumping. Okay, time to get a video out. Let's get up. So we can see on our 21-hour here, we still haven't quite moved into that red money flow yet, but this is going to be kind of interesting because a lot of things are lining up to the downside for us right now. And like I said, I think everyone should be safe in my VIP signals group. I told y'all about this yesterday before the dump actually started to happen tremendously. So we got in at about a little bit below 9K is where we should have gotten in at, or where everyone else should have gotten in at, where I signaled the group to get in at. So where I was getting in at. So hopefully they were able to get in on that too. I know it was the weekend, and we kind of just want to be able to have fun on the weekends too and forget about it. But if you see a good setup, and I saw a good setup happening here, I was like, oh crap, like we got to take this, dude. And so I was out last night, and I saw this setup about to occur. I was like, oh crap, okay, I need to get on this now. And so I pulled out the phone, and I was like, I went somewhere silently that I could go ahead and get in on this, and it's paid out. It's paid out for sure. So on our 1 day here, that was it looks like we're gonna put in a nice little red dot here as well too, maybe giving us a little bit of a trigger wave to maybe then send us back to the upside. But I would bank on keeping an eye at least on our 1 hour and our 2 hour for right now. Our 1 hour still giving us some bearish signs. I would probably wait here to see what our 1 hour is going to do, if this is going to give us a green dot or not. And then based on that, I would be like, okay, should we pull out, take our profit and wait for the next setup. That is a very plausible situation to happen. The fact that we are going to get maybe this red dot here too, that just kind of keeps me waiting just a little bit more. And the fact that our 3-day, our 5-day are all moving kind of to the downside right now. This is it's still looking like a good setup to hold on to this position that we're in right now too. And then as we go into our weekly, we can see we still have that red dot on our weekly. This red dot will confirm a little bit later. So we can see that. I did want to go back to our 12 hour and just see what's happening. All of our sell signals are signaling off. And this is kind of what I would prefer to see whenever I decide to get in on a move, is that everything's just lining up. And I had told the group yesterday, I told my VIP group yesterday, the day before that, I said, hey, things are not lining up for us. I'm not, there's still going to be a lot of choppiness, and I've been talking about that in my last videos. I said we're in a high volatility area. Until everything lines up for us, we need to just be cautious. We need to stay on our toes. And as of right now, everything is kind of lining up for us, and so that's that's where I feel like, dude, I'm not leaving this opportunity behind. Like, you just have to know when the right opportunity comes along, and that was when I was like, okay, guys, let's go. Here we go. And so we were ready for this. But on our weekly as well, this will confirm by the end of today our weekly sell signal, which will be an interesting indication for us to see what kind of prices we end up hitting with this as well. And before we take a look at the monthly, let's get this over with. The Ledger is doing a special right now. If you buy a Ledger Nano X, you get a free Ledger Nano S. So use the link in the description box below if you want to help support the channel. And if your goal is to just buy and hodl, I'd recommend buying some cold storage. And we use Bybit in my VIP signals group as well. I would recommend using Bybit. It's a platform I know the best, but you want to make sure you know how to ladder orders, make sure you know what limit in and limit out, marketing in, marketing out, what all that means, whether or not you want to have the fees against you or whatever. But also, you just want to make sure you're a profitable trader. And so I encourage everyone to use the testnet in Bybit first before they actually deposit their real BTC onto the exchange. So what you can do is get signed up with the link in the description box, and then ask chat support how to access the testnet. They'll step you through it. It's like a two-step process, super easy to do. So I would recommend doing that if y'all are interested in using a leverage exchange such as Bybit. And then Prime XBT allows you to trade Bitcoin, the S&P 500, gold and silver, some fiat currencies, as well as altcoins, all using Bitcoin. So feel free to check out that link in the description box below. I use the Brave browser to browse the web. It's a super lightweight browser. I get paid out in BAT token every single month by clicking on ads that pop up in the bottom right-hand corner. And they're not the Google ads, they're not the annoying pop-ups that pop up everywhere and you don't know how to get rid of them. Brave browser is actually really good about using their shields to block pop-ups. And so I would recommend using the Brave browser. It's made by the same people that make Mozilla Firefox. Get used to it, get familiar with it, because I think it's a browser of the future for sure. And then CryptoTab browser is a nice way to start earning passive income by mining Bitcoin. So literally you can just have this CryptoTab browser running in the background of your computer. I have it running on 2 different laptops right now. You can also use it on your phone, your tablet that you don't use anymore as well. But you just have it running as a background process, and it'll start mining Bitcoin. You can basically, it's another alternative without going out and buying all the hardware, such as the ASIC miners and the AMP miners, to mine Bitcoin as well, and having the whole trouble of that getting all set up. So check out CryptoTab browser if y'all are interested. I don't really use it as a browser, but it's a nice way to have a background mining process working for you. And then also the Instagram and Twitter are available if y'all want to follow me on there. If y'all do want to get a hold of me though, just message me on Discord. So if y'all have any questions about the Patreon group, the VIP Signals group, anything really, just feel free to message me. I'm pretty open to responding back to people as well. And then as we get into our monthly time frame, we'll take a look at what's happening here. We have a nice little doji forming on our monthly candle. And if this starts to move to the downside here, it's going to be an interesting pattern to play out. We had some huge wicks happen here in February, or what was that, December or January? Was that January? Oh my gosh. I'm like all over the place right now. That was January. Okay, yeah, sorry. January, then February. Super high volatility months. We were kind of expecting that with March, but I think finally in March, it's looking like our time frames are finally lining up. So we had some really big choppiness with us in January and February, but now I feel like we're starting to get the confluence of our time frames just lining up for us. But we can probably still expect some high volatility, but I think we kind of have a clear direction of what might be happening in the markets now. So thanks for joining me today, y'all. I hope that y'all are enjoying these videos every single day. I do my best to put out a video for y'all every single day on the Bitcoin charts, and also make sure that my Patreon members are up to date with what is going on in the market. So if y'all are interested in supporting the channel, please check out the Patreon group and join the VIP Signals group. Second link in the description box below. I'll see y'all in the VIP section. Like I said, that VIP spots are filling up, and I'm limiting it to only a few people. So there's a few more spots left. Feel free to join us in there in the chat, make some profit with us, because we're killing the plays, man. Like we're killing it. And so we're doing a good job, and I just want to give a shout out to everyone too. So I'll go ahead and give the Patreon members a shout out real quick, just so that way we can say we did that. Shout out to Antonio G, Asmithril, BTC Punisher, Dan, Fly Eagle, Greg, Hanus, Harold W, Haru Ur, Jonah, James A. Hunter, Mohammed, Nick, August Ogunsoy, Oscar, P. Wright, Paul A. Keller, Pike 379, Prestige, Sean Stein, Tall Troy, Tim Luna, Unique Object. Thanks, y'all. Y'all are in there. Y'all are in the group killing it. Thanks for everyone that's supporting the channel. Bring your friends in. Join us. We're having fun in there, and we're keeping up to date with what's going on in the market. So with that being said, CTO signing out. Y'all have a good one.